From this video, you will get tips to prepare for GitHub Copilot certification. Overview of the GitHub Copilot Certification Exam. Exam availability and registration. Skills you'll be tested on. How to prepare well. 1. Which of the following describes role prompting? A. Describing in your prompt what your role is to get a better suggestion. B. Tell GitHub Copilot in what tone of voice it should respond. C. Prompt GitHub Copilot to explain what was the role of a suggestion. D. Giving GitHub Copilot multiple examples of the form of the data you want to use. Answer. A. 2. Which of the following scenarios best describes the intended use of GitHub Copilot Chat as a tool? A. A complete replacement for developers generating code. B. A productivity tool that provides suggestions, but relying on human judgment. C. A solution for software development, requiring no additional input or oversight. D. A tool solely designed for debugging and error correction. Answer. B. 3. What is a benefit of using custom models in GitHub Copilot? A. Responses are faster to produce and appear sooner. B. Responses use practices and patterns in your repositories. C. Responses use the organization's LLM engine. D. Responses are guaranteed to be correct. Answer. B. 4. How does GitHub Copilot Chat ensure that a function works correctly? A. By suggesting assertions based on the code's context and semantics. B. By automatically writing all the tests for the function. C. By writing the implementation code for the function. D. By executing the test cases to validate the correctness of the code. Answer. A. 5. What is a key consideration when relying on GitHub Copilot Chat's explanations of code functionality and proposed improvements? A. The explanations are dynamically updated based on user feedback. B. Reviewing and validating the generated output for accuracy and completeness. C. GitHub Copilot Chat uses a static database for generating explanations. D. The explanations are primarily derived from user-provided documentation. Answer. B. 6. How can GitHub Copilot assist with code refactoring tasks? A. GitHub Copilot can fix syntax errors without user input. B. GitHub Copilot can automatically rewrite code to follow best practices. C. GitHub Copilot can suggest refactoring improvements for better code quality. D. GitHub Copilot can remove unnecessary files from the project directory. Answer. C. 7. What is the process behind identifying public code matches when using a public code filter enabled in GitHub Copilot? A. Running code suggestions through filters designed to detect public code. B. Comparing suggestions against public code using machine learning. C. Analyzing the context and structure of the code being written. D. Reviewing the user's browsing history to identify public repositories. Answer: A. 8. What method can a developer use to generate sample data with GitHub Copilot? Each correct answer presents part of the solution. Choose 2. A. Utilizing GitHub Copilot's ability to create fictitious information from patterns in training data. B. Leveraging GitHub Copilot's ability to independently initiate and manage data storage services. C. Utilize GitHub Copilot's capability to directly access and use databases to create sample data. D. Leveraging GitHub Copilot's suggestions to create data based on API documentation in the repository. Answer: A, D. 9. What is the correct way to access the audit log events for GitHub Copilot Business? A. Navigate to the Security tab in the organization's GitHub settings. B. Navigate to the Insights tab in the repository settings. C. Use the Audit Log section in the organization's GitHub settings. D. Use the Code tab in the GitHub repository. Answer: C. 10. What are 2 techniques that can be used to improve prompts to GitHub Copilot? Select 2. A. Provide specific success criteria. B. Provide all information about the utilized files. C. Provide insight on where to get the content from to get a response. D. Provide links to supporting documentation. Answer: A, D. Subscribe and like past question.